Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Since I've moved out of home, my shelves have gone out of control. I've got a shit ton of books that I need to read on my TBR pile. It's ridiculous. I've got like 140 to 150 books that I need to read and it's absurd. It's going to take me years to get through that and I'm going to keep buying more books and it's going to be a vicious cycle. It's one that I'm not really all that interested in getting out of. I find a new book series and instead of just buying the first book in the series and reading it to see whether I like the characters, I like the writing style, or something I want to continue reading, I just went, oh my god, there's multiple books in this series. I'm going to buy all of them. But I've got this problem last year where I started reading the first book in the series, but I never continued on with the rest of the series. And for most of these books, it's because I just didn't really enjoy the first book, or it was like a fantasy series and I'm a little bit getting over fantasy books because that's what I've read for years and years. And I'm like, no, I want something different. I want to break, I want to read different things. So this year for myself, I really want to focus on finishing the book series that I have already started. There's only 5 series that I have started that I haven't finished, which is good. We're not going to talk about the number of series on my shelf that I haven't started that I have all the books in because that's a bit more embarrassing. But my goal is this year to at least read these books in these series so it's done. So it's in no particular order, it's just whatever I've pulled off the shelf. So I'm going to get into that now. First series I'm going to talk about that I want to finish this year is the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I don't know, I apologize. So I have read the first book in the series, which is called Twisted Love. I hated the characters. The main male lead was just a bit of creep. Female lead, I found her annoying. I didn't really love it. I stupidly went out and bought Twisted Games, which is book 2, and then Twisted Hate, which is book 3. They were all over Instagram and all 3 books were at my local Big W and I'm like, yes, get all 3. They're rich dudes, I think, and then they're a little bit older. They're for younger girls in college and it's just, I'm a little over that trope. So yeah, I've got these 2 to get through. Somebody said the third one is apparently the best one. It's about the girl from the first book's brother who, he's a little bit of a dick if I'm being completely honest, so I'm not thrilled to have to read about that. And this one I think is about a princess, a European princess who falls in love with her bodyguard and they can't date, etc. So unless these 2 are fucking amazing, because I know the 4th one's out, I can't remember what it's called, don't really care what it's called, but if I happen to for some reason really enjoy these 2, I will go and pick up the 4th one and read it. But my plan is to read these and then sell them in a Facebook page to get rid of them, if I'm being completely honest. Then the next series is, well, I don't actually know what the series is, but the first book was Written in the Stars, and then we have the sequel, which is Hang the Moon, and then Count Your Lucky Stars. So these are just contemporary novels. The first one was Sunshine and Grumpy trope. I just didn't really care for the 2 main characters. I didn't really find them all that likable. First book follows, obviously, like I said, the Sunshine and Grumpy trope. It's about 2 women who pretend to fake date. One of the girls, I think her friend or business partner, sets her up with his sister, who is the grumpy one. She's like, I'm so over my brother trying to set me up with people to date. Like, can you just pretend to date me? Like, I'm sick of it. I want him off my back. So they pretend to date. I just didn't enjoy it. Like, I didn't like the characters, like the main characters. The ones I did like, I think, is in this book, which is the brother Brendan. I think this is the covers are just stunning. That's the main reason why I also picked them up. They're gorgeous. And then I have no idea who this Margot, I think she's the friend of the girl from the first book, and it looks like this is 2 women. So I want to read these books because the covers are stunning, and I'm hoping that I find them a bit more interesting than the first one. If not, they will also sadly probably get sold so I can buy other books that I like. Also, I really do apologize that I'm throwing a toy throughout this entire video, but I'm trying to keep him occupied. Then the third series I want to read, there's actually only 1 book I have to read in this series. The 3rd one is coming out this year, but I don't want to pick it up. This is such a negative video. And that is the Dreamland Billionaires by Lauren Asher. I'm sorry, I haven't been saying the author's name. So the first book was called Fine Print. I hated it. You know how I said I think that it was rich dudes in that first, like the Twisted series? I think these are actually the Twisted ones. But I was so excited for those books because once again, saw it all over Instagram. Just bought the first Fine Print and Terms and Conditions. I'm pretty sure I picked Fine Print up within like 3 days, which normally it goes into my backlog. But I I picked that one up straight away because I was so excited. It sounded so good because basically in this series, there is 3 brothers. So each book is going to be on each brother. So the grandfather is the owner of essentially a theme park in America worth millions of dollars. He passes away and he puts in his will that the company is going to go to the 3 grandsons, so the 3 brothers. However, there's a clause and they have to do some sort of condition, whatever it is in the will, before they're allowed to get like their inheritance. So the first book focused on, I think it was the youngest brother. I thought he was fucking horrendous as a character. I hated him. I found the female lead was okay, but I started to dislike her because she was wasting her time on this guy that was just a dickhead and proud of it. And it was just like, I don't have a problem with people being an asshole because sometimes it's warranted and it's okay, and yes, you need to embrace it and own it. It was just a dickhead for no good reason. And as such, I didn't want to pick this book up, which focuses on the brother that's meant to be the CEO. He has to get married and have an heir in order to access his inheritance and remain CEO. And I think there's also a time limit. They have a certain amount of time that they have to do whatever it is the grandfather wants them to do in order to get their inheritance. Otherwise, I think it goes to their father. So like it skips their father who's still alive. It's real weird. It's like, because they're all grown-ass men in like their 30s to potentially 40s. I don't know how old the eldest one is. I just think that's really bizarre that, you know, surely they've already proved their worth to their grandfather, and now they have to do this in order to get their inheritance and keep the jobs, I guess, that they've always been told they were going to get, which I guess, you know, you've got to prove yourself, but they've been working in this company since they were like probably teenagers. So it's just like, why? Like the last 3 series, gonna read it. I do not intend to pick up the 3rd one unless this blows my goddamn mind, but I do intend to probably sell it at some point this year once I do read it. I'm probably not enticing anyone to pick any of these books up, but the next book I want to read actually came out. Oh, I still have the receipt that has faded, so that's concerning. I feel like it was 2021 it came out, or first edition 2021. So this has been on my shelf over 23, a good year. Well over a year, but I'm just going to refer to it as All the Stars and Teeth duology. I haven't read the last book, the second book in the duology, which is All the Tides of Fate by Adeline Grace. I read the first book, All the Stars and Teeth. I didn't love it. I was expecting to. The cover was blue. It's gorgeous. I didn't actually love it. Like, this is like a pirates and shit, like on the ocean. Like, fucking, this is like right up my alley, but I just didn't enjoy it. And I don't know if it's because it was like the writing style, if it was the actual story itself. Like, I got a bit more into it, but didn't super love it. And I think because of that, I just couldn't be stuffed to pick it up and read it because I just didn't love it. But yeah, this is the final one. Is this the one where she's supposed to inherit? Yes, with the islands. She was supposed to do like a blood curse thing and it didn't work. So she fled, I think, and she got on a pirate ship and there's some evil things going on. I'm sorry. So yeah, she basically stuffed up, realized that kind of what she's been told isn't actually true, and now she's got to kind of try and solve everything and make everything better. But she's fallen in love with the pirate dude. I think that's what redeemed the series for me, and I don't really remember what's going on, so that's really concerning. I don't want to unhaul these ones because they're pretty and I love the covers. And then the last series as well is I don't know what it's called, but I'm just going to refer to it as The Raven and the Dove series by Caitlin Davis. I have heard absolutely no one talk about this series whatsoever on YouTube at all. I did find it off of Instagram. It's set in a fantasy world where people have animal wings up in the sky and they live on islands. There's royalty. Each there's like 5 or 6 different islands. Oh, I should count it. I've got a map in the front of my book. God, don't you love it when they put a map in front of the book for a fantasy world? Like, fuck me, like, thank you. They didn't put it in this one. Well, that's rude. But it's just so much more convenient when you do get a map, because then you can go and have a look at stuff and go, oh, that's what's going on. Let me check to see if it's not in the 3rd one. So yeah, there's 6. The House of Wisdom, the House of Whispers, the House of Song, the House of Paradise, the House of Light, and then the House of Peace, which is like the ruling one, and they're the high royalty people. They all have kids at the same age. Their kids compete like in these challenges and they get ranked based on how they compete. Like, they get a number where they place, they get given a number, and that number is when you get to pick like who's going to be your mate, who you're going to marry, spend the rest of your life with, because you can't marry a commoner. The book focuses on this girl who is from the Raven House, fucking Dove, Nicole. She's a dove. She wants to go out and explore, and she's decided that Prince of the Raven House, I'm going to pick him because we're gonna have fun and have a great time, and I get to get out of here and explore and go to a different place. There's also a subplot where there's people on Earth who, like, there's this prophecy of like king and this queen. Turns out that they think that the girl I was telling you about is the queen in the prophecy. So the guy steals her, and they have like magic is banned in the world above the sky. Like if you have magic, they fucking cut your wings off and push you off the side of the edge and hope you fucking die. I read the first two and then I needed a break. It was too much fantasy for me. But I need to read the dragon and the queen, and then also the Godborn and the king. I'm enjoying it. It's got multiple different perspectives, which I also like. The chapters aren't too long. The author's writing style, I'm enjoying for the most part. Like I said, it was fantasy, and I needed a break from fantasy. I do intend to keep these ones. I did enjoy the first two. So one last book series that I want to finish this year, Jen DeLuca contemporary series, where she's got like Well Met, Well Played, and then the book is Well Matched. I started reading this one, wasn't really loving it. What the fuck's going on with this bookmark? Oh my god, I'm getting like things on me. Sorry. God, that was a bit British of me, wasn't it? Oh my god, maybe Josh is right and I do speak British sometimes. Don't tell him. So I started this book, Well Matched, last year. They're contemporary novels set... Sorry, I went to Tasmania a couple weeks ago and I got Ollie a Tasmanian devil, and when you press it, it growls. So each book is set in a small town, the same small town, and it's in this town they put on a Renaissance fair every summer, and it just focuses on some different people and they fall in love essentially. This is the third one in the series. Okay, it's not my favorite, but you know, simple, easy read. And I just didn't get, like, how far did I get? I got 30 pages in and I just didn't care, because it focuses on a single mother, April. I don't know if he's her ex-husband, ex-partner. I don't know if they were ever like actually together, if she just got pregnant from him. Has now decided that I think he wants to be in his daughter's life, and so it's about that, her daughter, her teenage daughter, and her falling in love with Mitch, who's like the baddie, I think, at the Renaissance fair. I don't know. He's kind of been, so far what we know about him is that he's a bit of a player, and the two of them are going to fall in love at some point. I just didn't really get all that into it when I started reading it last year, so I want to finish it this year and get it finished and done. I will keep you guys updated. Those are the 6 series that I want to finish reading this year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and put in the comments down below if there are any book series that you guys are currently wanting to finish this year. Hoping to post at least once a week. I don't know how that's going to go, but like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, whenever the hell that is. All right, bye.